Уважаемые поклонники смешанных боевых единоборств, представляем вашему вниманию трехраундовый поединок в весовой категории до 57 килограммов. И в синий угол приглашается спортсмен из Рязани. Приветствуйте, Vitaliy Kositsyn!
Welcome back to the MMA series. This is MMA Series 17, Blacksmith. I'm ENM16 Butlin and we're live today from Anapa in Krasnodar, Russia. Brought to you by the Football Sports Network and around the world on the Clash TV app. This is our first fighter making his way down to the cage this evening, Vitaliy Kositsyn. Kositsyn fighting at flyweight. It's a flyweight division. He's had 3 wins and 3 losses already as a professional. Coming in here as our first fighter out of 12 contests for you this evening. Flyweight division's been going since 2012. Doesn't seem like that long. He introduced the 57 kilogram or 125 pound category. Kositsyn fighting his contests as a professional in this weight division. Winning his first fight by rear naked choke. Every single fight he's had since has gone the distance, be that win or lose. So I think we can guarantee he's going to have fitness, cardio and a gas tank for 3 rounds. But will he be looking to finish a debut fighter here with his experience? I said 12 fights here this evening. And the co-main event and main event really stand out with experienced fighters. Ilya Freemanov, 6 fights unbeaten as a featherweight. He takes on Barry Manov. And then in the main event, the world-class star, Viktor Kolesnik, coming off those 2 very close defeats to Nate the Train Landwehr, who's moved on to the UFC. Kolesnik here, wanting to get back to winning ways and show he's still a star. So 2 huge fights for our final 2, but this is going to be a good fight in itself in the flyweight division. Last minute drink and instructions for Vitaliy Kositsyn. As always, if you're watching at home on the Clash TV app, score the fights, clap for your favourite fighter and ask any questions.
Спортсмен в красном углу представляет город Краснодар. Приветствуйте, Ильяз Ibrakov!
And his opponent making his way down to the red corner, Ilyaz Ibrakov. Ibrakov making his debut here this evening against the 6-fight veteran in Kositsyn. So the pressure is on him. A great venue here, as I said, we're in the city of Anapa in Krasnodar, Russia for this 17th episode of the MMA series. The pressure is on here for Ibrakov. Making his debut. He'll have to cut weight. So the weigh-ins will have been yesterday for a professional contest. These fighters have time to rehydrate after making that 57 kilogram or 125 pound limit. Some real stars we've seen around the world in the flyweight division. It was always a popular division in Japan and also in Russia. It was later on introduced into unified rules for the Ultimate Fighting Championship and other events. ONE FC, you see Demetrius Mighty Mouse, probably the most famous flyweight of all time. I'm sure these young fighters coming out to make the debut will look up to the top guys around the world like that and want to emulate them. So real big names have fought in this division, and this is Ilyaz Ibrakov making his debut here tonight.
Итак, господа, ребята, это Blacksmith Fight Championship под номером 2. Это первый поединок сегодняшнего грандиозного праздника спорта в Анапе. Это трехраундовый поединок весовой категории до 57 килограммов. Это наилегчайшая весовая категория. Представляем оппонентов. И по традиции первым спортсмен в синем углу. Ему 22 года, рост 161 сантиметр, профессиональный рекорд. 3 победы, 3 поражения. Он представляет клуб «Арта», город Рязань. Приветствуйте, Vitaliy Kositsyn! Его соперник в красном углу. Ему 25 лет, рост 166 сантиметров. Это профессиональный дебют. Он представляет клуб «Кольчуга» из города Краснодар. В красном углу Ильяз Ibrakov. Рефери поединка Армен Ананян.
Джентльмены, внимательно слушаем мою команду. По затылку позвоночнику не бьем, за сетку, шорты, перчатки не хватаемся. Честно, красивый поединок. Пожай руки. Разошлись по углам.
So here we go, MMA Series 17, Blacksmith. This is our first contest of the night, and we have Kositsyn in the red, Ibrakov in the blue. Sorry, Kositsyn in the blue, Ibrakov red. Ibrakov noticeably taller of the two, goes for the high kick there, then inside low kick. Kositsyn, I think that was a little loss of foot there, but he got caught with his foot in the air, onto his back, straight back up to his feet. Ibrakov didn't take advantage, which suggests that he's wanting to keep this fight standing. Nice big cage there, and again, it was Kositsyn that went for the takedown, but sprawled heavy, and the control now with the front headlock comes from Ibrakov. Kositsyn gets his head free. Takes a knee for it though. Looking to pull down on the arms and then attack for the legs. The underhooks from Kositsyn keeping Ibrakov off. Tried to duck under there. He's looking to get down to attack the legs here in the clinch, but he needs to clear those arms to do that. There he hooks the leg. Take down. Back up to the feet. Those underhooks are helping Kositsyn here get himself back up. Now he goes round the body. Skill, Ibrakov trying to work. Goes for the sacrifice throw, gets it. Still can't put Kositsyn onto his back, who managed to turn back to his knees and up to his feet. This is good wrestling, good work defense against constant pressure from Ibrakov. As I said, Ibrakov making his debut here in his hometown. He'll be looking to impress, looking to get that first win on his record. Again transitioning the takedown, managing to turn, neither managing to secure a pin on the floor. Knee to the body as Ibrakov uses the overhook whizzer. Watch him trying to pressure down that right shoulder of Kositsyn. Knees to the legs and knees to the body as he pressures against the fence. There goes high to the body again. Neither managed to really get control, make the most. Ibrakov for me is controlling the work and he's pushing to get the finish, so he's probably scoring higher, but everything defended by Kositsyn, who lands a punch there on the break. Just out of distance with a 1-2 for Kositsyn. Low kick this time. Kositsyn tries to take advantage of the slip there. Fires in, gets the single leg. Now he gets the takedown. He's on top in guard. This is a butterfly guard. He's switching, maybe going for the hip guard. Legs up high. He's going to look to start to work submissions from here. He still has one hook in. He won't catch anything until he can get that left leg clear. Kositsyn knows that and he's keeping pressure forwards to keep that hook in. Again, looks to let the legs up. Kositsyn looking to pass there. The knee slice down the middle. Ends up in half guard. Looking to strike as he moves. Again, knee cut. And to side control. It was a nice pass, but he gave away the control pin and the back to the feet. Referee, I think they're warning for a knee while there's 2 points of contact on the floor. So we're coming to the dying minute here of round number 1. We have Kositsyn in the blue, Ibrakov in the red. For me, Ibrakov has been working to try to get the takedowns, just working against the fence. But Ibrakov did get the takedown when he got that single leg after the slip. Took advantage there. We can see where the strikes landed. Kositsyn definitely ahead in that respect, but the control on the fence was in favour of Ibrakov. Very close round. And this is why it's good for you guys at home to give us your scores, clap for your favourite fighters. You can download the Clash TV app and keep this interactive. Let us know if you agree with my scores. Another big overhand right attempt there from Kositsyn. Nice 1-2 low kick there from Ibrakov. Here we go, that was a clacker for the dying 10 seconds of round number 1. Body kick finish there from Ibrakov. And that will be the bell. That final takedown won't count, but I think maybe Ibrakov has done enough with control. However, if we look at the scoring, so the way that the scoring works in the unified rules is that it's effective striking is your first criteria, effective grappling is criteria number 2. If more strikes are landed or more time is spent striking than grappling, then the scoring has to go on effective striking first. That's your main criteria. And only if then effective striking or grappling is even do you then start to look at other things, for example, cage control or takedowns. So if we look at that there, effective striking, it's very close, as I said. 25 strikes thrown by both men, 12 landed from Kositsyn, 11 for Ibrakov. So in this respect, this would go onto the scoring. You'd think the effective striking is so even. Do we then look at the next thing, which would be cage control? Now, in my opinion, cage control was done by Ibrakov against the fence. He was controlling the pressure on the fence and the outside work. However, Kositsyn then got the single leg takedown. So you can see how the scoring can be very different, looking from different angles. I'll leave that on to you guys and we'll get on with round number 2. MMA Series 17, Blacksmith from Krasnodar, Russia. This is round number 2 and we have Kositsyn in the blue, Ibrakov in the red. Low kick is caught. Kositsyn closes distance, looks for the takedown again and he gets it into the full guard now. This time in the full guard. Ibrakov has both legs around. But again, a nice pass. The passing and the knee cut work from Kositsyn shows he's got very good grappling. Pops his hips up, slices the knee in. Watch for him to do similar here to pass the half guard as he did in the first round. Although he didn't seem to control the side control position well. So as I've discussed in previous weeks for the regular viewers, half guard can be a better position for the ground and pound and good control in mixed martial arts compared with submission wrestling. Here, look for the knees and that favoured knee cut pass to half guard. This time he steps over rather than through. Looks to pass to mount. And they're big shots coming down now. Again though, he doesn't hold the position. It gives Ibrakov the opportunity to turn, get back to his feet. Looking for the foot stomps here against the fence. So now it's Kositsyn with the pressure on the fence to control in the clinch. Looking to pull those legs away. Using the whizzer there and the balance from Ibrakov. Knee up through the middle. Both know the knees are coming. This bent over clinch, pulling the arms away, so they're both putting the spare arm, as it were, down to the middle to block for any knees coming up. As they turn in, it's that Uchimata type position that you can get from the whizzer, where you turn the same side and hook the leg for the throw. Kositsyn drops down for the single and again finishes it. Still can't get a pin once he gets to the floor though. Now looking for the double leg. Gets the double leg. Can he secure this position? Tries to wrap the legs up. Holding close. This is better work. But again, look how this is like the 100% sweep, it's called, where he goes underneath, the head's buried, he goes underneath the armpit and can actually work a sweep. There Kositsyn managed to get his head out and free. Named the 100% sweep by Eddie Bravo. So this is much more Kositsyn work. Against the fence standing, against the fence on the ground, and with that single leg pulling away in this round for me. I did feel Ibrakov could have edged the first with that clinch work. So here we go, the referee not seeing enough action, not seeing them better the position enough, or land enough strikes, and stands them back to the feet. So there we can see the stats. Kositsyn pulling away with the strikes landed now. He's also, for me, pulling away the cage control and takedowns. So Ibrakov has a lot to do as he lands a spinning hook kick. Level change, takes the back. Ibrakov goes down to his knees. Rather than give up the back, he chooses to turn. Tried to get back to guard, managed to get back to half guard. With the long legs there. Trying to still link them together even though he's in half guard as the strikes come down. And then again the nice knee cut pass. Effortlessly works the pass. This time he's trying to work the pin more. He chooses to go back to half guard for control. So I think it was a wise move because we've seen Ibrakov every time turning to his knees and getting back up to his feet. So again, good control and pulling away, thinking well and improving the game plan. There he goes to side control. As soon as he does, Ibrakov gets the chance to turn to his knees and get back up to his feet. I do believe that Kositsyn's better sitting in that half guard position firing the strikes. And it's a takedown attempt at the end of the round from Ibrakov. Doesn't manage it. Now we're 2 rounds into this fight now. Flyweight division. Vitaliy Kositsyn has been the distance 5 times before. He's won 2 out of those 5. As we see him working here, grinding the punch. And that was a nice body shot there in the clinch there from Ibrakov underneath the ribs. As he pulled the arm out, comes back with a punch underneath the ribs and landed very heavy. But for me, Kositsyn's pulled away in that round. He certainly pulled away on the effective strikes. He also controlled where the fight went in that round. And it's going to be a lot of work here for Ibrakov. The first round on my card was an even round. I don't like to score even rounds, but you saw how close that was. Round number 2, clearly Kositsyn. And look at the stats there. 49 strikes thrown, 25 landed from Kositsyn, 16 landed from Ibrakov. If you look at the takedowns as well, Kositsyn scoring higher on the takedowns, which is our next sort of stage of scoring on the cage control. You're watching MMA Series 17, Blacksmith. This is round number 3 of our first contest of the evening. Vitaliy Kositsyn in the blue, Ilyaz Ibrakov in the red. Kositsyn catches the leg as he did at the start of the second round. Comes back with a punch. This time he doesn't get the takedown. Will he feel he can coast this round out, or will he look to try to finish, put the pressure on? Ibrakov needs to be hungry. But gets his kick caught again. Kositsyn happy to land into the guard. Didn't look to pass on the way down again. As he's caught the leg, you can work the pass on the way down, but each time he's chosen to land in the guard and then work those knee cut passes. There you see him standing up and putting his knee in again. Try and break up the guard. Can Ibrakov work those long legs up? Look for a triangle, look for an armbar. And again, he's passed to half guard. Let's see if Kositsyn chooses to stay in the half guard now. I do think that could be his better plan for the ground and pound. They see the long legs working the way up. Can't free the arms. There he goes, gets the arm free, comes down with a punch. But tied up well, defending from Ibrakov. He's just looking to put the knee shield in now with his left leg, try and keep some distance. Works himself up looking for the triangle. That was good use of the knee shield to create distance, to try and get his legs up high. There you see that knee going in, what we call the knee cut pass. He seems to favour, brings his knee up to his elbow and then drives and grinds through with the knee. Cuts through over the leg and into the half guard position. They're looking to use it to take mount now. He does. As he does, Ibrakov managed to get the hips back round. Still trying to work that leg up, but every time he does, he's leaving the hook in on the other leg, which actually gives away the pass, and he doesn't threaten anything. All it does is hold Kositsyn close to him so he can't strike, so it is defending the strikes, but it's not going to threaten a submission. And with punches coming in now, ground and pound. 2 minutes left, round number 3 of our first contest of the evening. Flyweight contest between Vitaliy Kositsyn and Ilyaz Ibrakov. This is MMA Series 17 at Blacksmith, live from Anapa, Russia. Into the full butterfly guard as he's looking to sweep. Again, looking to bring that knee in. Nice move of the hips there as he controlled into side control. Again, showing good skill, good hip movement, working those hips to pass through. Now in side control. Let him back up. Ibrakov, fair play. Every time he's been past the guard and he's had the opportunity to turn, he turns to the turtle and stands up from that turtle position. So punches landed 69. Thrown 38 landed. It's a point deduction now. So that makes things a little bit more interesting. Kositsyn pulling away on the scorecards with the strikes. The strikes landed, and if you're looking on a round by round basis, it makes it very hard to win this round. It's certainly not going to be a 10-8 round. So in a 10-9 round, and a point deducted, leaves it to 9-9. So an even round here and an even round in the first. Oh, there we go for the takedown again, looking to get to the back. 49 seconds left. That was good groundwork there as he kicked out the legs, then put the hooks in and looks for the rear naked choke. The king of submissions here. Could we start with the submission here now? 35 seconds left. Kositsyn did get a rear naked choke win in his very first fight, but since then he's not managed to get a finish. This is looking deep and tight. The chin is in, so this is actually called a mandible strangle. He's working around the jawbone, but because the rear naked choke or the strangle works on the blood on either side of the neck, it doesn't matter if the chin is in or not. You can still get the finish here. It's harder to finish because you have to get the turn of the neck when the chin is in. but he's got that nice and tight. I think he's going to last out the round, but that was close to a finish there. And that would definitely, for me, change it to a 10-8 round on my card. The dominance and the closeness to finishing for Vitaliy Kositsyn would give him a 10-8 round. Then with the point deduction, he still wins the round. He won round number 2. Even with round number 1 being even, I will give that fight to Vitaliy Kositsyn on a unanimous decision. Or I unanimously score it that way. And we'll hand it over for the official decision.
Для награждения спортсменов в октагон приглашается начальник управления внутренних дел по городу Анапе Андрей Александрович Платонов. Приветствуем аплодисментами, уважаемый Андрей Александрович, наших почетного гостя сегодняшнего вечера. Уважаемые поклонники смешанных боевых единоборств, в этом поединке по итогам 3 раундов единогласным решением судей одержал победу Виталий Косицын, клуб «Арта», город Рязань.
So as expected, another win for Vitaliy Kositsyn, making him 4 wins and 3 defeats as a professional.
Мы аплодируем, мы приветствуем, мы поддерживаем наших чемпионов, наших ребят.
Tough debut fight there for Ilyaz Ibrakov.
Пояс первому победителю сегодняшнего турнира Blacksmith Fight Championship под номером 2. Это Анапа, это Лазурный берег. Прошу аплодисменты, господа. Общее фото. Ильяз, в центр, прошу вас, общее фото с почетным гостем. Прошу. Спасибо огромное за поединок, парни. Спасибо вам огромное.
So what's the replay here of this flyweight contest between Vitaliy Kositsyn and Ilyaz Ibrakov. Ibrakov taller, working the kicks early on, whereas Kositsyn was looking to get the takedown. When he did, he dominated with the knee cut passes into the mount position and from the half guard again, catching the low kicks every time of Ibrakov from that shorter stance. Ground and pound from inside the guard here, and easily stands back up, cut through, and this is where he took the back. He didn't have enough time to finish, but he was very close to finishing this strangle from the back.